AlphaCars Service Center. My name is Dimitri, and today we're going to look at the preparation work for the rust treatment on 2019 Chevy Silverado 2500. We just finished, by the way, we just finished two large jobs we've done on these G-Class. Again, some rust work and rust repairs on the frame, including some welding, and rust preventive maintenance, rust repairs on the paint. And to avoid all of that, you can start early. This is a 2019 pickup truck that was used in New England, and we knew it would have some rust. At the first glance, it didn't look bad. As we start poking the original factory undercoating, we were finding more and more rust spots, and you can see we pretty much went through the entire frame and cross members and exposed any of the rust. Let's take a look at it. You can see right here, that was a lot of work. That probably was more than a day worth of work. And now we're transitioning into the area where our technician is working on the next step, and that is the application of the rust treatment. It's a spray-on rust converter. It chemically converts the rust to a much more neutral surface. So we are applying that. As you can see, it's a well-ventilated area, and we also have our internal ventilation turned on. So we're going to leave this over the weekend. We should allow at least 24 to 48 hours. This time we're going to leave it over the weekend. And then we're going to proceed with the next step, which will be application of the rust preventive coating. We will be using New Hampshire oil on the exterior of the frame and on the enclosed areas like fender wells, bottoms of the doors, inside of the rocker panels. We're going to be using fluid film. So you can see the extent of the work that went in here to clean all this up, because we did not only on the outside, but anywhere we could get on the inside of the frame. We're also going to spray the product on the inside where we can, and then as far as the protective coating, like New Hampshire oil, we're going to have feed lines in the spray gun, and we'll be able to reach all enclosed areas of the frame. So that's a very important step, and that's the application of the rust converter, which chemically neutralizes rust. Yeah, this one came out very nice, the G-Class. There was a lot of work done on this one. We have a separate video on this G-Class. Today we completed the product application on the underbody, and there's still more to do on the product application. We're going to lower the truck and inspect it from the chest level, and there are some points we're going to hit with it, but we want to take a look at the underbody now that we cleaned the rust. We treated the rust with the rust converter chemically. We let it sit. On this one we did it over the weekend, and that was very beneficial. And now we thoroughly and generously, with a balanced approach of course, applied New Hampshire oil. So let's take a look at it. Joe, can I borrow your powerful flashlight? We have this snap-on light, but this one is tough to move around. This is pretty serious flashlight we have here. So let's take a look at the underbody. We're going to start from the very front, which is the radiator support area. You can see the frame horns the frame extensions, and I can tell we really got in there all the way because we feed a hose into any frame opening to get inside. Then we're looking at the cross member right here. Massive lower control arms. This is the 2500 series. Sorry for the background noise. After all, we're in the shop. Here are the frames. Yeah, it's critically important to take a thorough approach to not only cleaning the rust, that's super important, but to the product application, and make sure we get inside anywhere and everywhere that it's possible. So believe it or not, with this approach and with the way this truck looks now, and obviously we're going to do an annual and probably after the winter inspections and touch-ups, but this truck will last a very, very, very long time. And in fact, if you keep an eye on this and maintain the rust preventive treatment and coatings, the body will last a very long time. So as you can see, we removed all the plugs, and on the inside we sprayed a different product. It's for the enclosed areas, and that's a clear product. And then again, we opened every little hole and a big hole. So if there is an opening, we're gonna get in there and we're gonna spray the product in there, so you can see how this is done. And we're back to the forward part. And as you can see, we also hit the inside of the chrome bumpers, because again, here in the winter with the chemicals that are sprayed on the road, even the bumpers rot from the inside out. So we covered that. And another look, obviously we removed all the protective shields, splash shields. We got them off, and we have access to pretty much everywhere. So we're now going to lower the truck, and we're going to inspect from the wheel wells and do a little bit more product application, and then we're going to do enclosed areas on the doors, quarter panels, and fenders. Look at this pretty side. We now have the truck on the mid-height, and we're going to look at the progress here. We removed the splash shields, of course, to have additional access. So let's check out with the flashlight. So you can see, and we're still working on it, so we're going to get inside the frame rail. All the cavities in the under the bracket for the control arms, that's all covered, and we have access to the firewall. We're going to hit that a little bit. You can see a rusted bracket over there, so we'll hit that. Let's look at the other side. Is almost done. Check this out. So we've got good coverage. We use this height to get on top of the frame rail, of course. Get the bottom of the doors to spray the product in there. And you can see right here, that's all done. And let's take a look the way the product gets dispensed. You can see we're going up to that inside of the frame rail. Getting it in there. Yeah, we'll probably end up with 3 to 4 gallons, believe it or not, of the product applied to this truck, which is not uncommon. And then, as you can see, this area hasn't been done yet, and the reason we're doing it on the different heights, and we remove the splash shields, because now here you can get access to the top of the frame and get that covered, and obviously spray inside the frame rail right there and here as well. And then we just let the product soak in. And the beauty of this type of coating, it's a non-drying coating. It's actually going to stay and penetrate pretty much all the time. The only thing we need to do is to do annual inspections, or maybe after the winter inspections, and make sure we touch up any areas that got washed off.